Wait a second. Then who's this?
Thank you.
Oh, that's me. You poking me in the face. Yeah, I finally got clothes. Check it out.
Yay!
Clothes on. You have the sleepy eyes. That's how I recognize you.
Let's wait
Yeah.
for Maddie to arrive, and then everyone can head over to the fireplace.
Okay. I wonder if I can get a song from old KK Slider.
Okay. When Chris said KK Slider was playing a concert, I was like, did Sarah book a famous person for an Animal Crossing concert? And I don't know this person. I'm so glad it is Dog.
He's pretty obscure. You've probably never heard of him.
But he takes requests, so if we can get Freebird.
Oh, yeah.
I had Rob Zombie on my and the other night. No.
What?
Wait, is that true?
Oh, no.
You guys, I'm so gullible. I'm like one of the most gullible people I know.
I mean, I could reach out and see if he does play, but no, I don't think he does.
Hey, I'm Reena, and welcome to Replay with Reena. I was working in radio until the pandemic hit, and I found myself, like a lot of people, furloughed from my job. So now I have a lot of free time on my hands. My friends and I have decided to try to put on a charity live stream happening on September 26th to raise money for One Up on Cancer, which is an awesome 501c3 organization that pays medical bills for cancer patients. So if you're watching this, you're probably wondering what is going on. We are currently at our friend Sarah's Animal Crossing island, Macondo, listening to a KK Slider concert. And I know what you're thinking. Reena, why aren't we at your island if you are the one hosting this? Easy. I don't play Animal Crossing, but all my friends do. So for our first episode of Replay with Reena, and it could be our last, who knows, we want to focus on how people of different skill levels approach playing Animal Crossing. Why Animal Crossing of all games to choose from? We felt that it was a game that could be played by anyone of any age and gameplay level. It's also the game that had people who I had no idea that were gamers flooding my socials with memes and saying it was the one thing that will make the pandemic tolerable. Thanks so much for joining us. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for updates about our live stream on September 26th for One Up on Cancer.
Hello.
Hey, Madison, how's it going?
Doing right. How are you?
Oh, doing pretty well, thanks.
Just you, me, and Reena. It's Chris here.
So far, Sarah is sitting in her Animal Crossing world, but I don't think she's actually present. I'm taking myself on a self-guided tour. I got here a little early.
Okay.
Flash on time, which is early in most circles. Now I'm talking to this aardvark. Anteater?
Let me boot up my system and see what's going on in Animal Crossing.
Awesome. Hey, Rita.
Hi.
How's it going?
All right. Had to take care of the animals before I could pop on.
What animals?
A needy golden retriever, a fat, bossy German Shepherd, and a super bossy boxer.
Ooh, a lot of big dogs.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I love big dogs. We can't have them in our apartment, unfortunately.
You could just call it a horse. Because there was nothing in your contract that said anything about a horse.
Yeah, I don't know if it's, what is it called? Like zoned for equestrian or something like that. I don't think apartments are zoned for equestrians.
They are if they are a service animal.
Oh, whoa, that's crazy.
You can have horses as service animals and ponies even as service animals.
Oh, that's interesting.
This is true. What is it? Years ago, I was offered a position down at the University of Alabama, and one of the parts of my contract was, oh, you can also get on-site campus living and your own horse. Like, my own horse.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't want to move to Alabama, but
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah,
I might go to school then if I get my own horse.
that's crazy.
well, I think it's because I was going to be part of faculty, but not a
I can get
Right.
a job there. I can be a janitor if I get my own horse.
This is my broom and my horse.
Guess which one I know how to use. It's not the broom.
Hi, guys.
Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Katie, are you on the island already?
Yeah. And I went and took some pears and peaches again because I didn't get them last time. And I have like advanced pretty far, but I still only have oranges, cherries, and apples, and it's driving me nuts.
Did you get coconuts?
The coconuts, for whatever reason, from when I went to your island, saved, but nothing
that's
else
good.
saved. Yeah.
Did you go back and rob Chris's money tree?
Yeah.
No, I did not do that. Because it's very easy to get money. I hadn't really played it that much. I wasn't like super, I think I was stuck. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. And I was like, I don't know, man. And I would just get fish a little bit and then turn it off. And then Sarah, visiting your island really I was like, oh, what? All right. I got to figure out how to make mine cool. It's just wild, weeds everywhere. And yours is so manicured and perfect. And I was like, all right, I got to figure out how to do this.
Yeah, I started playing around with terraforming earlier today. All right, I got to make this look nice.
Yeah.
Sarah, your island is so nice.
It's so funny because I feel like mine is my friend's island that I went to when I had basically the same experience that you just went through. It's also it's so precise, and she's out of work right now, so she plays it all the time, and she's an artist, and she does the time travel thing too, which I don't do. So she just has she's way more advanced than me. So I was like, holy crap. There's just so many.
There's a way to time travel?
There's
you need to turn off your Wi-Fi on your Switch, then change the date and time, then log back in.
Oh, what does that do?
things. Because you can go to winter. So how I have mushrooms on my island, I think that's an autumn thing. And I only have them because she gifted them to me. So I have some mushroom DIYs that I've never even used because I have never picked a mushroom. I've never even seen a mushroom in that game.
Or in real life.
That I was as I was catching animals and stuff, and it tells you when they're in season. I was like, oh man, are you telling me I have to play this whole game for a year before I'm gonna get everything?
Yeah. So some of the people that are really advanced, they just time travel, and so they have stuff that you'll go to their islands and be like, how did they even get that? I've never seen that. And
that's a smart hack.
seasonal things. But there's also
And that
what?
Earlier today, I started watching a video on how to breed different flowers. And it's well, to get the hybrid red, you need 2 reds, and it's what the
Dude,
hell are
I know.
rules?
That's I think we started talking about that the other day because I was oh, I want to get all the colors flowers, and then I started kind of reading articles and then reading different articles, and there's conflicting information out there, and then there's little details where they'll be oh, but you can't do it with like plants that were like native on your island because those are just random.
You can only go by seeds, and don't do 5x5 grids. Those are horrible. Don't do that. Like what?
Like,
Okay.
what?
All right.
Oh, dang. It's like way more complicated than I realized. I just like started throwing seeds everywhere and then watering them. And I was like, this is supposed to crossbreed them, right?
I mean, you probably will get some. Some of them are just totally random. And I think part of it is like, you know, everyone got this game at the same time. So there's not like people are still trying to like data mine it. So not everybody even knows like how it's like, well, I got a golden rose, but I don't know how I did it exactly. So stuff people post on the internet is just like, some of it is just like guessing. And so I've been like following people's instructions. I've had like a white rose garden like planted on a grid for like a month. And I'm supposed to get purple roses. It's never happened.
Now, Sarah, because you've been playing this game longer than Maddie and Katie, have you found any other like YouTubers or any articles consistently from people, like the same people that you find to be a little more reliable?
What's the one? But one of the YouTube channels I watch is like Chase Crossing, I think it's called. And it's just this guy, and he goes and visits like other people's islands. So that's the only thing I've watched with any sort of consistency. And then there's like a Polygon article that I've been following for my flower crossbreeding, but that's one of the ones that I found out like, oh, it's not like completely accurate. It doesn't have like some details that like it definitely got me to a level where I have some of the flowers that I wanted, but there's other ones that I had to keep searching and figured out like, oh, I'm still doing some things wrong because it was just a short, brief article. But otherwise, I just kind of Pinterest I use sometimes. Like I've been looking up ideas on Pinterest, but I don't have like certain people that I really follow or anything.
Okay. Now, Katie, have you found that the game is getting any easier with more time that you're logging in? Because, like, I was on late last night playing the other game, and I saw you on. And I was like, oh, wow, she's really logging it in.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been kind of, like, down for the count for the last 2 days, just on the couch, not feeling great. So I spent 2 days, you guys, in 2 days, I went from living in a tent to having a house, paying off my first loan, and then taking out a second loan
Nice.
of 198,000 bells to expand the size of my house. I was
It's gonna get higher and higher.
I know, dude. I was like, what the fuck did Sarah pay to get a second floor? I gotta know.
So much. It's a lot.
I think it's
How
like
much is it?
1.2 million.
Oh my god!
$1 million, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
I
and
was like,
for
what?
a basement, it's 2.4 million.
Do you guys have hacks for making money? What I've found so far is like insects like tiger beetles are worth a lot, and then deep sea creatures tend to be worth a fair amount. So I spend a lot of my time diving. How do you guys make your money?
I usually save up around 99,000, and then I plant a money tree. And in a couple days, I get 3 99,000s.
Oh, that's another thing I've heard, because I only ever plant 10,000. Katie, have you done that yet? Have you done the money tree?
No, I haven't planted a money tree yet. All right, I'll do this.
So you have to, it's like a specific thing. So if you see those little like glowing spots on your island.
Yeah, I dig those up.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
before you like bury it again, you need to plant money in there. But it has to be in that glowing spot or else it won't grow.
Oh, it has to be in the spot where you dug up a money bag?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
And, once you plant it, you can like replant it wherever you want, but only do it once. But like, I've only ever planted the 10,000 because I thought that if you plant more, it's just like up to chance. But do you consistently get like what you plant, Maddie?
Yeah, yep, every time.
Oh.
Interesting. I could have been making way more money this whole time. But yeah, I kind of just I always do the money trees. There's like a money rock every day. So I do like hit the rocks every day on your island. One of them has money. And then Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, some things are worth more than others. I think if you kind of you start to get a feel for like what you're doing, like, oh, some things aren't worth catching. But like the wasps are worth catching. Like if you go around and shake trees every day. And
Oh yeah, I figured out how to catch the wasps. That was game changing. Like game changing. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, and they're worth a lot.
And if you do the little, there's a box outside the nook cranny that you can put stuff in.
Oh
That level
yeah.
yet. But you only get 80% of that money, so you might as well just save it to the next day, put it in storage.
Right. There's so much. Okay, so I made that mistake because I didn't read it closely, and then I didn't read it until after I'd done it a couple times, because I was like, wait, I didn't get that money, and then I looked and it was like, oh, you'll get it the next day, and it's 80%. I was like, oh, what? There's some things about this game that are very bizarre to me, like that. Like, it's a video game. Why does it, like, can be any way it wants? It's all automated. There's no service fee. Like, they charge you a service fee. It's so weird. I'm like, why? It's a video game.
It's weird. It almost, like, tries to force you to play in, like, daytime hours. But, like, I use that thing all the time because, like, I was telling you guys, I play, like, early in the morning a lot. And, like,
yeah.
But it's actually like I just sell stuff in that Dropbox all the time. But I do like it because you can see how much stuff is worth. Even when the store is open, it's like, yeah, you're not getting the exact amount, but like you kind of have like a idea better of what everything's worth. Wait.
Did everyone make it to the island?
KK Sliners, putting on a show, you guys.
Oh, I'm over by the campfire.
Oh, dang. Well,
My bad.
I don't know. He's KK Rockabilly, like, right now, so this is kind of awkward. We're
all just, like, stood up at the same time.
It's terrible.
I actually can't put a stop to this because I did start the song already, and I think I might be tied up for, like, the next 3 to 5 minutes.
I see you all just dancing there.
Oh my gosh, Maddie, there you go.
There's Maddie. Welcome to the concert.
Maddie's like, I am also here, but oh wait.
Oh, just gonna run right through it. Stage dive, Maddie. Stage dive. All right. Now that we've all gathered here around the campfire, and we have Clara joining us. Clara, do you want to talk about your experience so far since the last time we got together? Have you learned anything new? Have you gotten any further on the game?
No, I have not. And I tried to hang my hat in my tent, and I wasn't allowed to because it's not a wall. And this is the first time I've turned the thing on in 2 days. So.
You have any questions? I mean, we have Sarah here. Maddie's put in some good time as well, so she can also help you with any questions. Katie's learned a few tricks herself that she might be able to share with you as like a newbie. Do you have any questions?
I'd like to know how to pay off my debt.
Yeah, that's like great. I think, I don't remember how I unlocked it, but I think I just talked to Tom Nook a bunch, and then eventually
I don't like
he
him
told
very
me,
much.
Oh, I'm not a fan, but you have to talk to him. Like,
Yeah,
that's the
you
only
do.
way. You like have to.
Yeah.
But then I think at one point he told me about the Nook Miles program, and that's how you pay it off.
That's
Like,
the
you
first
just have
one.
to.
And you go,
Yeah, that's
you
how
get
you-
there on your phone, right?
Yes, yeah. I think no, the ATM thing. There's that like ATM thing in that green tent.
Oh.
You
Wait,
pay
that's
your
how-
debt back there.
Oh, okay. The Nook Miles, you collect them on your phone, but then to pay
Yes.
your debt is on the ATM thing.
Yep.
So do you have
Yeah,
to
but
transfer them from your phone to the ATM?
Yep.
How do you do that?
You don't have to. I think if you just access the ATM, you can like redeem your miles there.
I think I have a savings account there, but I've never been able to do anything else with it. I think I keep depositing bells or something. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so wait, Can I ask? This is a 2-step process, though, to pay this off to get the Nook miles. You also have to play on your phone as well as the Switch.
No. You have a
No.
phone in the game.
Oh, it's a phone in the game. Okay, I was confused.
Your
Very
character
Oh,
has a
no,
phone.
Yeah. Oh God,
It's crazy when they take it out. Yeah. Yeah, your character has a phone, which makes sense. It's sort of like, it's just like any other video game, like where your data is stored, but it's like a clever way of doing it because it looks very human.
Okay.
Okay, well, you know what? I think I just need to do a one-on-one with someone. Christopher, I'm coming.
I was just saying that to Chris, Clara. I was like, oh, I think it would be helpful to just do like a Zoom where I can see your screen instead of using my game. But we were like, oh, that does not really work. But if you're going to come up and visit us, then we can definitely do that.
Yeah.
That would probably be the easiest way.
Also
Yeah.
gives them an excuse to clean out their junk room.
No, I promised him I wouldn't stay.
I was thinking at first, I'm like, oh, maybe she wants to come up, so we have to clean out our guest room, which would be good, actually.
No, if I made you do that, then I really wouldn't feel welcome. So
We're getting there anyways, for the record.
yeah.
So, Clara, all you got to do is just keep talking to Tom as much as you hate him. Just keep talking to him.
Well, isn't that the guy that I talked to that I'll show him the butterflies and the fish and everything I've caught, and
Yep.
he takes them and says, I don't remember what he says, but he takes them, and I don't think I'm getting anything for him.
Only new things.
He is a jerk at the beginning of the game. Like, I definitely remember being like, I don't know, like, is he a criminal? Like, what is this?
Now he's the big guy in the green tent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He takes your insects and stuff like that,
Right.
new ones that you bring, because he is giving them to someone to open a museum, which is like one of the steps that you need to take to kind of advance through the game.
Okay. So I do need to give them to him.
Yeah, you
Okay.
do. And like you'll catch all of that stuff again. In my experience, like everything, if you look for it, all of that stuff you'll find again.
Okay.
So basically,
So I think I broke my fishing pole. I wasn't very good at it anyway, but do I need it? Do I
Yep.
need to create a new one?
Yep.
Yep.
Takes
Okay.
5 twigs.
All your tools will break, and then you have to make new ones, like all the
Oh, okay. Okay. And I have my budget.
Sarah, I've got a question for you.
Huh?
The outdoorsy, like fishing pole and net and all that, is that any more robust
Yes.
or not? Okay, good.
Yeah, like when you get like the second step up on any tool, they still will break eventually, but they last way longer.
Oh no, I know that much.
Oh, what are you talking about then?
But like at the store, it'll say like outdoorsy
Oh.
fishing pole, and it's like 2,000 bells.
Oh.
I don't think those last any longer than just making the second step up tool.
Okay,
Like,
they're just more
I haven't
fashionable.
tried them a bunch. Yeah, they look cuter. I've only tried them like a couple times, but they still break.
Okay.
Like I definitely tried like a watering can that I bought at the store, and it still didn't last forever. But
Oh.
now I have like a gold watering can, and that had been using a long time, and it hasn't. I don't know if that's ever gonna break because it keeps going.
Hmm.
And then like the vaulting poles never break, and
The ladders don't break.
Yeah, the ladders never break. Yeah.
Oh, good to know.
Everything else you have to just keep making, which is kind of annoying.
and keep upgrading.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
You can just like, if you have the materials, make like 10 fishing poles, and then you can place them like in a row too. I think that's a little bit easier to do in the beginning when you're just like constantly remaking tools. It's like really annoying. Like I had a crafting bench set up at like just various places on my island and like a bunch of random materials laying around. Like I would just drop all the wood I found so I could like do it in different parts of the island for a long time.
Well, that's kind of smart, though.
Huh.
I mean, it works, but it also would have been better for me to just like make oh my god, look at this screen.
He's
Lily
looking
is
at me.
like,
Who's this little frog?
Like, don't turn around, Maddie. Just don't.
I can feel his eyes upon me.
Yeah, that's cute.
hello, breathing down your neck.
What are you guys
So
doing?
can you make any of these little areas like you have before you have your house, or do you have to have a house first before you can make the rest of the island look cute?
You pretty much have to get your house first.
Okay.
And then, yeah, there's just like steps that you gain more abilities to do more things. Like right now, you could, as long as you have like a shovel, you can like rearrange and replant flowers and trees and stuff. Like you could plant them in really neat little patches if you wanted. The stuff like how the campfire is on like a little dirt patch, like that stuff is terraforming. So you have to get to a certain point before you have the ability to terraform, and that's like when you can rearrange like where the cliffs are and where the rivers are and like
Oh my God.
paths on the ground. But like it's so overwhelming when you first get it. Like I can see why they don't give it to you in the beginning, because you would just be like, there's too much stuff to do, you know? So I think like just like get your house set up, and then you get like you start adding like other villagers' houses, and then once you get that done, you I think eventually get terraforming and stuff. But I have noticed like when I set my villagers' houses up, I just put them like all over the island, and a bunch of people like to have their houses in like all one spot, like all one row. I'm fine with like how I did it, but I think like I didn't know what was gonna be like after. I didn't know what was coming at all.
That's how I feel right now about like where my museum is and where the houses that I set up are. I'm like, oh, these are all in like pretty terrible places. I hope I can move them later.
You can move
the only thing you can't move is the town hall.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which does kind of suck because mine is like right in front of the airport, but whatever.
So
Like, is
town hall
everyone's?
you probably get when you have a certain number of residents, I'm guessing.
I think so, yeah. I don't remember when that happened. But it's like basically where the Nook tent is or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I think that's like where they put the town hall usually.
Yep.
But the other thing is like once you have terraforming, you might want to leave stuff where it is and just move, because you can move around like where the rivers are. And like obviously you can't really move like beaches. I don't know if that's obvious, but but you can like put your inclines in wherever you want and put like move cliffs and stuff. So even if something wasn't where you wanted, like you might be able to change like the landscape, so it might not matter to you eventually.
I progressed very far, mostly because I was determined to get a ladder. And it's actually, you don't get a ladder until you're fairly far into it. Like you have to pay off your debt. You have to start inviting other people to your island. And like, it's like you have to finish the store and finish the museum. And then you get a ladder. Like, that's so many things you have to do before you get like what seems to me like a very basic tool. And that was driving me bonkers. And I think part of the reason I got as far as I did in such a short amount of time is I was like, had one goal, and it was like, get a ladder. And so I Googled, I was like, how do you get a ladder in Animal Crossing? And what came up was, you get a ladder when Tom Nook decides you need to explore the rest of your island.
So not
And
only
he
is
only decides that after you build 3 other houses.
so he's the dude that controls the money and tells you when you can go and check out the rest of what is essentially supposed to be your island, but you're
Yep.
still indebted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one thing that I never learned, one thing I never knew until like I just tried it out was, to swim you need like a swimsuit.
Yeah.
I was just like, I see these bubbles off the coast, but I can't get to them. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, there were a couple things that I kind of figured out just by like going and looking in the store. Like, so you know those balloons with presents that float overhead? I went out and I saw one and I tried to jump and I was like, how the frick do you? And I tried to catch it with my net. I was like, how do you get this thing? Then I went into the store and I was like shopping around and I saw a slingshot and I was like, that's weird. Why do they sell a slingshot? And then I went back outside and I was hanging out and I saw another balloon float by and I was like, that's why they sell a slingshot. And then I like went back in.
what to do with a balloon and a present under it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the presents, honestly, I've gotten some like coolest stuff from those presents.
That's like my
So I did a
favorite part of the game.
slingshot.
Yeah, I love it. It's just like free stuff raining down from the sky.
It's so satisfying for some reason to hit the balloon with the slingshot. Like it's like the hands down the most satisfying part of the game for me.
I love
I've yet
playing
to
on
see
the
a
Switch
go
too
ahead.
because it vibrates when you do things like that, like when you make contact or like when you pull like the controls on the Switch vibrate, so it like feels. I don't know. It gives
So
that
it feels
feeling like you
real.
actually
Yeah.
did it. Yeah.
Like, ooh.
I've yet to see a shooting star though.
Oh, that is hard.
I've been to
I saw
Sarah's
a bunch,
Island
like
a
the
couple
first
times.
night that I played.
Yeah, I've been
really?
to Sarah's Island a couple times when there's been shooting stars.
Okay,
The
so
day after we played, I went to my island and Tom Nook made an announcement that morning. He was like, tonight there will be a shooting star shower. And so I went back that night and just like went fishing and it was like shooting stars everywhere. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of dope.
do you know how to fish on a star?
No, is that a thing?
Yeah, so if you see a shooting star, you can't have anything in your hands, like you can't have tools or anything in your hands, but you just press A, and I don't think you have to hold it down. I think you just press A, and then it like lights up, like you'll see it like twinkle, and then nothing happens, and you're like, why did I do that? And then the following day, like there's like little stars that wash up on your beach.
Oh,
Like a very like, long, not a long con. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like delayed gratification. That's the word I'm looking for.
Well, that
No,
is
the
like
game
a
isn't the
common
long
theme in
con.
this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game is a lot of delayed gratification. There's some things like I was like, this doesn't make any sense because it's a video game. They could do it automatically. Like you give him the stuff to build a museum. They could have the museum built for you like the next or like that moment, but they still make you wait a whole day. They're like, okay, you have to wait a whole day and then your museum will be done after that day. And it's just like, I don't know, it's really interesting. I'm curious as to like, I think they do it so that it motivates you to like log on like a lot instead
Yeah.
of like just like you blowing through it all at once.
yeah. For people like me who I'm like, nope, gonna keep doing it until we do something. Yeah.
That's how I feel too, though, because like I like Minecraft, which is actually I think in so many ways really similar to this game. And like Minecraft, you can do if you're like down to spend the time, you could like finish that whole game like a matter of hours.
Which I think is probably what I would do. I'm definitely it has to happen instantly, and I think that's just because of the games that I grew up with. You know,
Yeah.
Right?
it was just
yeah.
everything has to happen like now.
Well, that's
Like Super Mario Brothers, you like level up immediately. You can
Exactly.
actually beat that game in like 3 hours if you really know what you're doing.
I'm like, wow, that's. I can barely get past level 2 right now, but I think that's also because I've gotten older. I've
But you
gotten
guys
older, and I don't
started Mario
remember.
Brothers when you were like 5, so I mean it took
Yeah, well,
forever.
I think I was like
Yeah.
10 maybe when we
Yeah.
got the system. So it definitely was at a different age,
Yeah.
a different
your
time.
reflexes ain't what they used to be, Reena.
Exactly, to be honest. Oh man, and then Maddie just up and left us.
What?
Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. I'll
Oh,
be right back.
she took off.
I thought I'd stay in character and leave for a second.
Now, Claire, has this given you
that's
any
so
hope?
funny.
Excuse me?
Has this given you any like hope or motivation to like, okay, I can do this?
No.
Like,
No. No. I'm hanging out through this week to do the whatever the fundraising thing you're doing, and I don't know if Twitch TV. I don't know what that is. If am I going to be able to get on all this?
yes, it's twitch.tv/
You're gonna.
Yeah, we'll email it out.
It's interesting though, because I do think like this game is kind of tailored for like beginning video game people because like, and we're kind of like representing different levels of comfortability.
Of
like,
experience. I mean, I think of experience.
Yeah, like I don't really play video games. I have some experience playing a few video games, and like I can play it, but like it's funny, like the stuff you're talking about, like getting frustrated about like not having the ladder and stuff. I definitely think like that kind of made it easier for me because it starts you like so entry level. So like you can't even explore the whole island. Like you have like this small contained space. But like
they like don't overwhelm you at all
Right,
when you
yeah.
first start.
You're just like managing with the small space you got. But like we were talking about this with Claire. It's like, okay, it helped me to watch a lot of YouTube videos to like learn about it. But like when Clara was first trying it, she's like, no, I need like more beginner videos because like, I mean, we kind of need videos about how to use the controller. Like I didn't even know how to use the controller when I started.
See, I still don't know all the buttons up on the top, and I know A and I know B, and but we'll see. So I'm trying. Chris was just so excited that Sarah liked a game. He wanted everybody involved.
I know.
Well, and I think because you guys could also play together and visit each other's island, and because you guys are so far apart, you and Christopher, living so far apart, it's kind of like visiting each other.
All right, you guys, I love you all, but I'm going to try. I'll try and do a few more things. But,
maybe we can get like Sarah or Katie to send you some of the YouTube tutorials that they found helpful.
Maybe. Yeah, Chris sent me some, and I thought I paid attention, and I really did do some YouTube beforehand, but the 71-year-old brain is just not in tune, I guess. I don't know.
Well, before you go, does anybody want to share any highlights that they've had from playing the game? Maddie?
Stealing apples and soon stealing all the money from Chris's.
Oh, is that what you took off to? Okay.
And then we lost it all, didn't we?
Yep.
Katie, has there been any like huge highlight or milestone that you're like super proud of, aside from finally gaining a ladder?
I mean, that ladder was my white whale. I really wanted that ladder. I'm very happy that I have a ladder now. But I think, I don't know. I really like deep sea diving. I found like 3 pearls. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, you can do a lot. And that actually, Clara, you can do deep sea diving before you have a house. If you want to try like swimming around in the ocean, that one's pretty fun. I think diving is easy. I think it's easier than fishing.
But how do you do that?
You buy a swimsuit from the store and then you can swim.
That's why, when I see all this stuff at the store, I'm going, what do I need that for? Or who the hell is KK Slider? Or, I don't know what any of them are. So
Very obscure. You probably haven't heard of him before, but
well, now I have heard of him.
I will say this is kind of like, I think that thinking is like a little bit more like you'll have an easier time with it if you've played video games before, because in most video games, they want you to just like look around, try things out, like break things, buy things, like play around. And then that's sort of how you figure out what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. And Sarah, what's been a highlight for you since you put in probably the most hours?
It's funny, like so you have the ability to like customize items, and I probably had that ability for like a month and a half before I like looked into what that does. And then when I found that out, I like went super crazy with it. So I love that's like one of my favorite things to do now. And I would say I'm most proud of Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, which required a lot of customization.
And it's really cool.
So how do you customize items?
So you'll eventually get like a tailor shop on.
Oh.
I don't even know if there might be a way to do it on your phone.
Way too hard.
I don't know, because I think I had the ability to do it, and then I never figured it out. And then by the time I got a tailor shop, it's way easier because there's just like a little kiosk, and you can look through things like other people have designed, and you can just download. You can make your own, but it's really hard.
So basically just go through your phone and kind of fiddle around with things.
Wow.
Yeah, go into the tailor shop and check out the customization kiosk when you get a tailor shop.
Cool. Very cool.
Well, your island is just precious. I mean, I love all the flowers and all the little different places that you can go. And it's pretty cool.
And you've been super helpful, Sarah. Thank you so much
Yeah, if anyone knows
so much.
Jimmy Buffett personally or has any sort of contact with Jimmy Buffett, like I would love to give him an island tour.
And I forgot that we weren't socially distancing, so I just came back with my mask. So.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for practicing social distancing rules, Maddie. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. This is a lot of fun for the recap.
Yeah. I look forward to all the information, Reena.
Thanks for chilling around the campfire with me.
Hey, that was
Thanks
fun.
for having us.